When we see a property with Stephen Bunday's name next to it come up, we always know it's going to be pretty special. This one looked to be next level. When we arrive, though, it's not just next level. This is next stratosphere. You have never seen anything like this in Canberra, I guarantee it. Stay with us for the next few minutes. We're at 5 Dirrawan Gardens in REID. Stephen, welcome back to our Zango videos. You've knocked us out of the park with this one, mate.
Thanks, Cam. I'm actually still enjoying the look on your face when we came through the front door, because you've got that very almost humble heritage facade, which belies what's behind it, doesn't it?
Yeah, and not just what's behind it, but also what's underneath it as well. So we're going to have a look at the layout of the property, and then you can tell us a little bit about the history, because you're right, this is one of the traditional old-style Canberra cottages that is no longer the case now.
It was built circa 1923, and the gardens themselves are absolute blue chip real estate. You've got the fabulous tennis court up the other end, the original Ainsley preschool, which is the REID preschool, down at this end, and it's just such a quiet and beautiful neck of the woods. So the house was built circa 1924, I think, the original cottage, and yeah, one of the first houses in Canberra, of course.
Okay, so what they've done in the last 20 years or so is they've gone back, so the facade remains, and they've also gone underneath. There is an incredible garage, and then we're going to get to talk about this cinema in the moment. But what about the foyer? It's like walking onto the set of The Sound of Music, isn't it?
It is just simply incredible. There's some 625 square metres of quality living. And the term bespoke, Cam, I know it's overused in real estate, but it really suits this place. Everything's been handcrafted. Beautiful use of timber and travertine and glass and all natural products. It all comes together in this amazing project, which I think was begun in 2003 and not finished till 2010.
So, as I said, The Sound of Music, but it's also, and you mentioned the floors and how special they are, it's sort of got a feel of old Parliament House as well, hasn't it, as you wander through?
That incredible parquetry was all hand cut, and there's so much of it. I mean, there's hundreds of square metres of it. You mentioned the garage as well. I think there's 178 square metres of garaging and storage under the house, a 70,000 litre water tank, which is buried. You wouldn't know it was there. And still, there's so much yard, Cam, because the block was 1,370, or is 1,371 square metres.
You walk into the property and down this amazing flight of stairs into what we've called the foyer area, and then you track around into this incredible cinema. It's better than some of the local cinemas here in Canberra, right?
I would rather come here than Dendy, there's no question. And it really is like a gallery as well. The owner is a movie buff, and that's obvious from everywhere that you look. There's incredible posters everywhere. But the feel of this, the sheer size of this space, just imagine entertaining your friends down here, Cam.
Absolutely. There's a breakout area behind us where no doubt you could sip on balloons of brandy or whatever you do. But then behind it as well, there's this huge library. And it's not just a couple of video machines that fire this place up. It's a whole rack of full-on equipment.
Yeah, everything's amazing. And I know we're it sounds like we're over the top, but that's the feeling you'll get. Walk through the doors and your mind will be blown.
We've done around about 250 of these videos for Zango now, and we've been into some incredible places, and we keep saying that, but I've never seen anything like this in Canberra. You wouldn't know that it exists.
Well, that's the first time I've ever seen you speechless, Cam, I have to say. But you're right. From the street, you would not know that it exists. And in 27 years of real estate, I've never sold a house like this. I've never walked through a house like this. It's going to be really interesting to find out who the new owners will be. It'll be someone of taste and culture and obviously money, Cam.
Yeah. You'll need a few dollars for this one, let's be honest. Okay, so you mentioned the tennis courts up the road, the beautiful garden areas just outside of this area in REID, but within the property, there's also beautiful grounds as well, and an area that it's got outdoor kitchen written all over it.
Absolutely. So there is still further potential here, if that's something that you wanted to do, Cam. Definitely.
All right, so it's, we've talked it up, but you're going to have this as an open home. People can come and have a look at this place, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the goal is to have an open home this Saturday, and there will be subsequent ones as well. But of course, it'll be available by appointment. And I think it's one that half an hour won't do justice to, if you know what I mean. So private appointments will also be available.
Okay, so it's both Stephen and Cam sitting in this incredible cinema, in this incredible property, both pretty much lost for words. Mate, thank you for joining us once again.
My pleasure, Cam. Thanks for having me.
Okay, come and have a look at this incredible place here in REID.